Good morning, students. We are back again with geography and economics for 9th standard, and here we have with the lesson of we are dealing with the lesson of trade. That is the ninth lesson of trade. We have finished the part of the trade. Now we are going to deal with types of trade. Okay, types of trade is very simple. You can understand very easily. Okay, what is this types of trade? Types of trade. Types of trade on the basis of quantity of goods and on the basis of extent of trade region. When it comes trade on the basis of quantity of goods, we have wholesale trade and we have retail trade. But when it comes to quantity of goods, wholesale and retail. When it comes to the region, it is domestic, that is internal trade, and there is international, that is external trade. Okay, wholesale trade is big quantity we take. Retail trade is only less quantity. Retail can be 1 kg, so wholesale can be 10 to 50 kgs. And domestic or internal trade means which is within the region, within India is domestic. Internal trade. International is with Abu Dhabi, with America, it is called international. It is called external trade based on the region. Okay. Now, according to the quantity of goods, okay, depending on the quantity of goods, there are two types of trade: wholesale and retail. Wholesale trade, traders buy commodities on a large scale directly brought from the producers. The commodities are also sold on a large scale to retail traders. This is called wholesale trading. Okay, buying and selling. Wholesale traders buy goods on a large scale from industrialists, farmers, etc. For example, the orchard owners of mangoes or oranges sell their entire production to wholesale traders. Understood what is wholesale trade? Retail trade. When the traders buy goods from wholesale traders and sell it directly to consumers, then it is known as retail trading. The quantity of goods sold is less in this case. For example, the shopkeepers selling goods, vegetables vendors in markets, etc. This is the first thing, that is the wholesale and retail. Next is the according to the extent of region. The buying and selling of goods happen at various levels on that basis. Trade can be divided into local, regional, national, and international trade. Now, when we speak about domestic trade, that is internal trade, this trade takes place between different regions within the same country. The size of the country, diversity, distribution, and availability of natural resources affect the internal trade within the country. The size of population, transport and communication services, the living standard of the people, marketing system lead to large scale internal trade. In India, factors like diversity in geographical conditions and high population also affect the domestic trade. A country's development is dependent on the extent of the domestic trade. If there is a good economic growth, then trade will also be more. Thus, there is a positive relation between economic growth and trade. International trade. International trade means the exchange of goods and services of one country with other countries. Some countries produce specific products in excess. For example, crude oil in Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and wheat production in the USA, Canada, etc. These products are sent to countries having demand for those goods. This leads to the beginning of international trade. When international trade takes place between two countries, it is bilateral trade. When it occurs between more than two countries, it is called multilateral trade. Export and import. Export and import are the basic processes of international trade. When a country buys those goods and services which are scarce in their own country from other country, it is known as import. Import coming inside. When a country produces excess goods or services than required, it sells this to countries which have a demand for it. This is called export, going outside. Okay, import means coming inside, export means going outside. Based on this, we have balance of trade. The difference between the import and export values of a country in a specific period is called balance of trade. Following are the types of balance of trade. When the value of import, you can see that when the value of import and export values of a country in a specific period. Okay, sorry. When the value of import is more than the value of export, it is called unfavorable balance of trade. Unfavorable balance of trade. See the diagram. Okay, this is big. This is small. Import more. Then balance is more bigger size. It is heavy. Lesser size up. When the value of export is more than the value of import, it is called favorable balance of. Now export size is more. Import size is small. So this side balance is more. So this becomes when the value of export is more than the value of import, it is called favorable balance of trade. When export is more and import is less. Means export means which we are selling is more and import is less. Here when import is more and export is less, when we are importing more things inside and giving things is unfavorable. When it is exporting more things, okay, when you are exporting more things, then it becomes favorable balance of trade. And when the value of export and imports, okay, import and export, import which you are importing from outside and what you are exporting is of same size, you can see, okay, is almost the same, it is called balanced balance of trade, balanced balance of trade. Okay, this one. Now this is about trade based on quantity and based on region, the balance of trade. In the next chapter, in the next part, we shall see international trade organizations. Okay, thank you.